welcome. Today we're going to focus on something that I know a lot of people have a problem with because I've done the searching on YouTube's and I've seen it, song structure. And there's a lot of ways to break out of the typical problem, which is creating a 4-bar loop and then getting stuck in that 4-bar loop because you don't know what else to do, so you just keep adding to the same thing over and over and over again, and then you don't have a song, you just have a drum beat and 10 synths and a guitar, and then you just solo over it for 30 minutes and nothing ever gets done. So here's what we're going to do. In the description I've linked some other helpful videos, but today I'm going to focus on one specific thing, which is Songwriting Decks. These are this is a deck of cards created by a popular YouTuber, Holistic Songwriting, run by Friedman Feindesen. Hopefully I didn't butcher that, but I think this is a really great way to sort of break out of the habit of doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? We do that. We get trapped and we just keep repeating those same mistakes over and over again. So, I mean, I don't think that you need to have these, but I do think any sort of exercise or activity that can break you out of those habits could potentially help. So we're going to find out. Okay, so since we are focusing on building a song structure first, I've chosen, there's a deck in this box called the structure deck, appropriately, and that looks like this. So you've got different song parts on the front there. You've got a hype amount, so if it's a fast intro or a slow intro, and you've got this little symbol here that shows where in the structure this particular card is supposed to fit, and then underneath, I don't know if you can see that at all, but it shows what other structure cards this card will fit in with. So you can lay out a song structure before you ever get to the computer and have an idea of a full song that you want to write before you write it. That way it'll be less likely that you get stuck in that 4-bar loop that's so common. And so that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to see if this works. Come on over here, I'll show you how that works. Okay, so as you can see here, I have the cards all connected and laid out according to their structure point, the cards that they connect to, and the logical progression. I'm keeping it simple here. I'm not trying to get fancy because this is a demo, so I don't want to get too crazy in some super complicated structure. But we got our intro, a verse, chorus, post, solo, of course. You can't make a song without a solo. And then the outro. One thing that you'll notice that I didn't mention a second ago was each card has its own amount of blue here. See, there's low hype and it's got a lower blue line, and then the chorus is raised up a little bit, and then the outro is down. So that's the intensity of that section. So you can see at a glance that it's got 2 rising sections and then drops off in the outro. And this is all just a suggestion, of course. You can do it however you want, but the point is it gives you a starting point rather than just nothing. You're not starting with a blank canvas. So with that structure laid out for us, we can jump over to the computer and we can use that to lay out the bed, the foundation of the song structure, ideally. Again, I am no professional, so we'll see how this works, but I think it'll give us a better starting point than just opening up a file and dumping a bunch of tracks into a loop and going to town forever and getting nothing done. So let's hop on over there and see what we can do with this. Okay, we're over here in Reason, and this is what I use. You can use any software you want, but my idea was to create these labels. In Reason, you just go into blocks mode, click down here, and click all the way down, and then you can double click here and say awesome solo section. And then you can drag out these little bits here. You'll have to figure out how to do that in your own software with some creative Googling, but my idea was to give myself a map basically to structure out the song that I can adhere to without having to kind of guess and look back and forth between these cards that I have. So what I'm going to do is drag out a few of these. I'm going to stick to 4 bars at a time, and then I'm just going to follow my map. I'll put it up on screen or something somewhere, and you'll be able to see it there. So according to what I have laid out, we have an intro, a verse, a chorus, post-chorus, and I've already typed all these in. These are not part of Reason. I've just labeled these myself. Okay, move this down a little bit more. Solo and outro. So now you're gonna have to do some massaging as you lay stuff down, I think. Not everything should just be 4 bars. That's gonna be a very short song. Let's see. Yeah, that's a 1-minute song. So these individual sections are gonna have to be stretched out, possibly duplicated. In the case of the solo, you're gonna want to duplicate that 15 times and overlay it across the entire song so that the entire song is just you soloing. So for this song, let's say the intro is actually a big part of the song, so we'll make it maybe not that much. That's a little much. We'll make it 2 bars. 2-bar intro, and then a 2, 3, and then a 2-bar verse, and then a quick chorus, a quick post chorus, and an outro. So there you go. And my terminology could be wrong. Again, this channel is about learning and making mistakes and getting your hands dirty. So if anything I'm saying is wrong, don't question yourself. You're probably right, and I'm probably wrong. So we're going to be bookended by these large intro and outro sections, and then we're going to build up. If you remember on the cards, there's a build up. So maybe we'll take these and we'll stretch this out a few more so that that's 2 full sections. So we've got kind of like a rising and falling sort of feel to it. And then that's going to be it. So that's how I went about laying out a song with these decks. I kind of like the decks, to be honest. It gives you a clear starting point rather than just guessing out of your head where to start. And I think as a beginning songwriter, having that helping hand is extremely beneficial. So even if you don't use these cards, use something. Like write them down yourself on sticky notes or something. But have that plan so that you don't just, start digging around for hours and end up doing nothing. Again, I want to reiterate that I'm not positioning myself as a professional. I'm showing you a totally effed up process so that you can engage with what I'm doing, tell me what I'm doing wrong, hopefully get some of the sweet comments underneath the video telling me everything that I'm doing wrong, everything that I'm saying wrong. Please, that's the purpose of this. Tell me I know I made a mistake. I know for a fact I made a mistake back there, but that's okay. That's the whole point of this. Make mistakes and learn, and don't be afraid to not be perfect the first time out. So that's going to be it for this one. Next one, we will start laying down the foundations of some songs. See you next time.